I just wanted to tell y'all about this experience that I had a couple of days ago. I had to take my mom to the doctor. While I'm talking about it, I'm gonna do my makeup. Brown lipstick. Anyway, so I went to go take my mom to the doctor, and the entire time, I kind of like this. I like this lip combo. But the entire time, like, it was just so much going on. So the first thing is, she said she wanted to leave at 11, but because we didn't have an appointment, we could just show up whenever we wanted to. I took my time, so I didn't end up leaving till like 11:40 or something. I get her into the car, get all her stuff put into the car, her wheelchair, her purse, whatever else we had that we needed. And the car has a flat tire. Y'all. I was so like, I was just like, this is like, I'm already like, cause it's just waking up early, getting myself together, getting her together. All of that took so much time. Now we in the car, finally ready to just get her to an appointment, and the flat. We in the car, and as soon as I start driving, that's when it's like, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay, cool, fine. Now we gotta stop at the gas station to get air into the tire so that we can go. As I'm sitting up here trying to get to the air to the gas station so we could put air, I'm thinking like I'm feeling like it might not make it because honestly, the way that tire was sounding, it sounded so bad. I was nervous that we wasn't gonna make it. I'm gonna be real. I'm telling y'all the truth. I was nervous we was not gonna make it to the gas station. We ended up going to the gas station. The nearest gas station from me is like a 10-minute walk. So in a car, it's literally, if you have a car that don't have a flat, it's like 2 minutes away. But because we had flat and we was driving very slow, it felt like it took me like maybe 7 minutes to get to the gas station. It took a lot of time to get to the gas station. I pull up, we get inside the gas station, and I ask for change for the air. Yeah, but we asked for change for the air, and when we ask for change, he says, "Oh, I have to come outside with you so I can get it to work." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, I guess whatever, cuz it's a ghetto gas station, so I get it. But I'm trying to move y'all closer. Tripod, don't act up. Anyway, I'm like, "Okay, fine, whatever." So, he comes out and he looks at the air pump and he does like a little move, like hit the air pump or something, and and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it to work. And I'm just like, y'all, I literally barely made it up to this gas station. So now I'm like, I gotta go to another gas station. So I slowly make my way down to the gas station, and this time it felt like it took even longer to get to the next gas station than we took to get from the house to the first gas station. Halfway there, a lady stops me and says, like, well, she sees us on the road, we going really slow, like I'm talking about no more than like 6 miles per hour. We're going slow. And she says, it looks like your tire is going to it looks like your tire is gonna rip because you're driving on it flat. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to get to the gas station right now. And she like, and I was like, and my mom said that I was rude, or like I gave this energy of like, why are you telling me this? Why are you talking to me? And the thing is, it wasn't that I was trying to be rude. I was already frustrated because of the entire situation. And then here you come talking negativity into a situation that I am trying to keep as positive as possible. That I am trying to keep as positive as possible. I'm driving. The entire time I'm driving, I'm saying, we're going to make it to the gas station. You've been through things that are way worse than this. This is not a big deal. You'll still be able to get your mom to the doctors before the labs close. Like, that I'm constantly telling myself this stuff. Like, on repeat in my mind. And then this lady stops and tells me, it looks like the tire is going to rip. Ma'am, we about to get new tires anyway because I'm not going to keep on coming outside and seeing no flat. So we going to get a new tire anyway. That's not the problem. The problem is if you don't have anything to offer me as far as a way to solve the issue, then why are you stopping to tell me about an issue that I clearly already am aware of? I'm aware that it is dangerous to drive with a tire that is flat. But do I have the time to wait for a tow company to tell me that it's a non-emergency and they'll be out later in the evening to change my tire? Do I really have time for that right now? No, ma'am, I don't. So I'm going to try my best and be as safe as possible, and I'm going to try to get to the gas station. If you see people struggling and you don't have a way to actually provide things for them so that the struggle can be eased, it's best to just ignore it or to just send up a prayer for them. But telling them about the issues that they clearly already know about is not doing anything but adding to their frustration. And that's exactly what she did with me. But on the flip, I have to take accountability for myself. I try not to allow these situations to make me give off the wrong type of basically I just try not to have the attitude that I used to have, because I used to have a real bad attitude. So I try not to, but it's like in that moment I'm literally trying to remind myself to stay positive, and the whole situation overall was already getting on my nerves. And then here she comes and she adds negativity to something that's already negative. I'm already aware that the tire can get ripped. Why do you think I'm driving at 6 miles per hour? I'm driving slow so that I can try to make it to the gas station without the tire ripping. Duh! I'm not just sitting up there driving slow on a flat because I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day, I want to take it in. No. I'm aware of what you're already telling me. Remember when people used to do their makeup and tell story times on YouTube? I feel like, how did they do this? Like, this is so difficult for me, but I like it because it's challenging. But like, oh my gosh, it's like I get real deep into the story and forget to do my makeup, or I get deep into the makeup and I just be quiet, just doing my makeup. So I don't know. I'm trying to see which colors I wanted to do, because like this shirt has a whole bunch of different colors, and I do want to do another video after this. So I'm trying. Yeah. But what else? I want to do one more color, and I also probably need to. This stuff done dry all the way down, y'all. I just put this on. I put on some yellow. This yellow right here. If y'all can see it. That's all I really did. And then I told y'all the whole entire story, and the video didn't save. So I'm gonna tell y'all again. Basically, once I can't even really remember where I left off, but we drove 2 blocks to the gas station. We was able to get the gas, and there were 2 men that wanted to make sure that we got the air. There were 2 people that wanted to make sure that we got air. And that's the difference between coming and seeing somebody struggling and being able to do things for them, and then also just like seeing them struggle and just saying, hey, I see you struggling over there. Like, that doesn't do anything for me. So that's why I'm like, I was irritated with her, but I also feel like I wish that I didn't respond to her the way that I did, because my mom was like, when I asked her, like, how did I come off? She was like, you came off irritated. You came off kind of mean, but I mean, I get it because she wasn't offering anything. She was just telling you what you already knew, and like that's frustrating. And I'm like, yeah, but I still want to try to make sure that I'm not allowing people to make me negative and bring out, like, not even, I don't care if you bring out the worst parts of me, because if you do, then it's just going to allow me to work with them and to bring them closer to like how I actually want to operate. So that's not what I'm talking about, although I don't want nobody to try to bring out the worst of me. What I'm saying is, like, I want to respond a certain way, and it's not like I want to have it to where I'm just always positive all the time. I just was like, man, next time, not next time, but like, I just wish that I was able to respond in a way that would have, I don't know, like, basically, I just wanted to be able to be nice to her, even though she was not offering me anything and she was speaking negativity into my situation. I wish that I was able to be nice to her. But I also am not holding it against myself because, like, that entire situation was so frustrating. And because it was as frustrating as it is, I'm just grateful that I was able to stay as positive as I was. The entire time in my head, I'm telling myself, this is fine, you're fine, this is not even that big of a deal. You've been through way worse than this. Get the air, go get another tire, everything's fine. You'll still be able to go to the doctors, no big deal. So after we got the air in the tire, then we ended up going to the tire place. And as I was about to go to the tire place that we've... Okay, y'all, I tried to do this like a million times. So the last part that y'all saw, I didn't have nothing but concealer on. Now I got the yellow on, the blue on. Like, and I promise y'all, it's not because I just went off camera. I've been talking the entire time I've been doing this makeup. And the entire time, the videos have not been saving. But it's okay. Anyway, so basically, I'm not sure where I left off. So once again, I will do another recap of everything. But I get the air because I was like, I don't really need anybody else to do. I know how to get some air into a tire. So I get the air and I'm driving down the street. And as I'm driving down the street, my mom says, oh, instead of going to the tire place that we always go to, which none of us like, it's just affordable. She was like, why don't we go to this one? And I was like, okay, cool. So I go up a block and I'm about to turn around and I see in the middle of the street, I see a ripped up tire. And I'm like, to me, that was God and spirit and universe sending me confirmation that it's important to speak over your situation. Because the woman stopped me and she was like, oh, it looks like your tire is going to rip up. And I'm like, why would you say that? Why would you speak that negativity into my situation? But when she drove off, even though I had an attitude, I said, and we gonna make it to the gas station, and we gonna get some air. And everything's gonna work out. Like, even though I said it with an attitude, I genuinely meant that, and I felt that, and that's why I feel like that ripped tire wasn't able to manifest onto my car. Instead, it had to go into the middle of the street or something, because it was just like, it can't actually reach me, because I'm not in a mentality where I'm going to allow other people to speak over my life. No, I'm speaking over my life. I have the final word when it comes to my life. And I say that this situation is going to work out, and it's going to work out well for me. Because I'm the one who's sitting up there putting in the effort. I'm driving slow. I'm making sure I get the air from the gas station. And then after I get the air from the gas station, I'm going to go to the tire shop. So you don't have to stop me and tell me anything if you're not going to actually give me any type of, if you're not going to make sure that this situation is working out well for me. If you're not going to, hold on. Like, basically, if she was actually going to say, oh, well, I can change tires, so do you want to get it in my car and we can go to the tire shop and bring the tire back and I can change it? That's different. But to just say, oh, the tire looks like it's going to rip because you're driving on a flat. How is that actually going to benefit and change the situation for my betterment. It's not. So you could have kept that. So because of that, what I took out of that whole situation is, one, when I see other people struggling, I pray for them. I pray for them. I pray for the situation, and I leave it alone. Because if I can't actually make it so that the situation is going to be better for them, there's no point in me sitting up there and bothering them. They're frustrated already. They don't need me to come and tell them about their frustrations. So that's just how I feel. If you're somebody who stops people and tells them things that they're going through, maybe don't do that. Don't do that. But two, speak positivity into every situation as much as you can. Because I genuinely feel like it's because of my positive mindset that situation worked out as well as it did. I genuinely feel like it was the positivity that I spoke over my mind, that I spoke over the situation, and the fact that I did not let that lady's words be the last words that was over the situation. I was like, and we about to go to the gas station, and I'm gonna get some air, and I'm gonna change this tire, and I'm gonna get a new tire. Like, I didn't let her negative words be the last thing that was spoken over the situation. So because of that, I genuinely feel like even though she may not have realized that she was speaking negativity and manifesting negativity, that's why that red tire wasn't able to manifest on the car. But also, lastly, try your best to be as positive to others as you can. Because I don't like the way that I responded to that lady. I know that I had an attitude and I was kind of irritated. And I get that the situation, like, I could have acted way worse than I did. But I'm trying my best to continue to improve so that when situations try to bring out attitudes within me, I can just say, like, that's not even a big deal. It's not an issue. Because her speaking that negativity really wasn't that big of a deal. Because whether she just did it intentionally, unintentionally, I knew that situation was going to work out well. I knew it was, because it really wasn't that big of a deal. It was a flat tire. We live close to multiple gas stations. I knew we could get to the gas station. And then once we get to the gas station and get some air up in that tire, baby, that tire gone. We going to the tire shop and getting a different one. So I knew it was going to work out. But I was irritable because I'm sitting up there, like, really fighting to keep my mindset positive. And then she came and spoke that negativity. So it kind of irritated me. But I do genuinely feel like it is best to try as much as possible to put out positivity, which includes putting out positivity to people who might irritate you. These are all the things that I took from that situation. I don't know. That was, to me, first of all, this story time was super long just because, one, I really am trying my best to do both the story time and the makeup, but y'all, like, this is not easy. People make it look easy, but it's not. But two, the camera just kept on deleting it. It just kept, I would press save and it would just, like, delete. I was like, ah! But it's okay, because at the end of the day, y'all still get to see, the makeup, and I got to tell y'all the story, which is the most important part. Like, I just really wanted to make sure that I shared that with y'all, because I genuinely feel like that is so important. I genuinely feel like the whole reason why that happened wasn't just to test me and see, like, honestly, I don't feel like it was a test. I feel like it was Spirit and God showing me, like, look, this is what you are capable of. You are capable of more than you think about, or more than you realize. And they just need to show me, like, this is what you're capable of. So stop worrying so much. Like, that's how I feel like it really came through. But I also feel like it was secondary for anybody who needed it. Like, maybe you are somebody who, when things happen to you, you kind of go into a negative mindset. I understand. Trust me, I get it, because I've been there before. But going into negativity will never bring you a positive result, right? So it's best to try to be as positive as possible. Even if it's a tough situation to be positive in, it's best to be as positive as you can, because talking negativity into your situation ain't gonna do nothing for you. It really isn't. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm done with my makeup. I might put some highlight on, but I don't think I want to too much. Yeah, okay. I don't think I want to, but I don't know. I'm thinking about making another video, which is why I was like, yeah, this makes sense. I could do my makeup for the next video while talking in this video. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I want y'all to have a fantastic day. Remember, it's up to you, no one else.